Hi, this is Roy Kamida, your Accounting 137 teacher for the coming semester. What you're looking at is my personal homepage, and you can get here by typing in the address www.hawaii.edu/tilde and then my last name Kamida. And you'll see some contact information for me, but more so the courses I teach, including our Accounting 137 Business Income Tax class. And under that course title, eventually you'll see a link here so you can replay this video if you want to rewatch it. But already linked are our syllabus, semester schedule, and a supplementary textbook website. But if you're familiar with online classes in the University of Hawaii system, you know we use something called Laulima. So I have a link here to go to our Laulima login screen where you would type in your UH username and password to get to the My Workspace screen. And you can see the different tabs up here. Of course, the one we want is our class, Accounting 137. And by clicking on that tab, it will take us to our home page. Here you can see a picture of our textbook cover. Again, my name is Roy Kamida, and the easiest way to get a hold of me is by email. I reply pretty fast to email messages. kamida@hawaii.edu. Off to the left side of our screen, you can see different tools or folders. And let's take a look at our course syllabus. You should save this file and maybe print it out. And again, this is our syllabus for the semester. If you want to meet me in person, my office hours on the Pearl City campus is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 11, and probably 12 to 12:30 on those days. My office is in the Business Education Building in room BE 206. And again, my contact information. I'll let you read the course description on your own, but here at Leeward, to be able to take Accounting 137, we have a prerequisite of Accounting 134. We basically use one textbook and chop it in half, or pick selected chapters, and we use some chapters from 134 and the rest in 137. Okay, and again, to be in this class, you need to have taken that 134 class with a grade of C or better. Here's our textbook, The Fundamentals of Taxation, the 2011 edition. Even though it says 2011, what we're learning in our class is 2010 tax laws to prepare 2010 tax returns. Even though this is old law, textbooks are changing every year for tax classes. So you can pretty much expect a new version of our book to come out in the spring. But I'll try to point out during the semesters whenever there's changes to the rules compared to what's in our textbook. Now, when you purchase a textbook from the Leeward College bookstore, included in the textbook is a CD to install on PC-type computers, a tax preparation software called TaxAct. And you'll be able to use the software, at least for the first project, when we prepare individual tax returns. We have two projects. One is to prepare a business individual return. Corporate and partnership returns, you can't do it on this software that's included in the book. Okay, but I'll give you some options later on. Our author's name, one of the authors is named Cruz. Our publisher is McGraw-Hill. Let's see. These are the learning outcomes you should have accomplished by the end of the semester. Whenever someone asks you what you learned in the class, this is the list you show them of the different things you should be able to do. Okay, the way you get graded in our class. During the semester, every week, well, except for this first coming week, but for 15 weeks during the semester, we'll have 15 weekly activities that are going to be due every Friday evening. And they'll vary from week to week, and I'll give you at least 1 week's time to work on it. Each of those activities are worth 10 points for a total of 150 points. We're going to have 3 exams during the semester. The first 2 cover 2 chapters each. Well, all 3 cover 2 chapters each. So you can see the first exam is going to be after we finish our first 2 chapters, chapters 6 and 7. Then 8, and we jump to 13 for the next exam. And our last exam, 14 and 15. Also and each of these exams are worth 100 points each, and they're going to be multiple choice, and you would take those exams in our Laulima website. Projects, basically preparing tax returns. So I'll post up the instructions a few weeks, at least 3 weeks before they're due. We have 2 sets of projects. Each set is worth 150 points, so the total points for the semester, maximum points is 750, and we scale that on a standard curve. So in other words, 90% and above is an A, 80 through 89% is a B, and so forth. So here's more detail about the different graded activities, weekly assignments, exams, and projects. I don't assign homework problems, although there are lots of questions, exercises, and problems at the ends of the chapter, and I expect you to go at least through some of them, which I make videos for you to review. Okay, so this is our course syllabus. I'll leave it up to you to read the rest of it. So let me close it, and here's our home page again. Let's take a look at our class schedule. This is for the whole semester. Again, something you probably want to save or print out. So we begin with chapter 6. This is a weekly schedule, and there's nothing due for our first week. We're still doing chapter 6 in the second week, and at the end of that second week I'm going to have a weekly activity due. Again, weekly activities are always due on a Friday. They're worth 10 points each. Looks like we spent about 2.5 weeks on chapter 6, then we move to chapter 7, and then we get our exam. Here's our exam. It's going to be available Saturday through Monday, September 24th to 27th. Again, you would take that in our Laulima site, worth 100 points. Way back up here, I'll post already the project, first project instructions, and they're going to be due here on October 13th, and that'll be worth 150 points. So we go at a nice pace. We're covering 6 chapters throughout the whole semester, and not the whole book, because again, most of the other chapters should have been covered in our previous tax class, Accounting 137. Okay, so this is the schedule. Let's go back to our Laulima homepage. Let's see, whenever I post an announcement, you'll see it listed here, a class message, and also it'll be emailed to you to your hawaii.edu email address. I may also post up other things here in this column called FYI, but it's not going to be emailed to you. So make sure you check in at least every other day to see anything new that's posted here on our website. Chapter folders is probably the main thing going to be working with here on our Laulima website. So if I open it up, you'll see a listing of different chapters, all 6 of them, folders for each chapter. So here in chapter 6, you'll see 2 subfolders, one called handouts and one called videos. Also, there's a link for our learning objectives, the topics we're going to be covering, and the things you should be able to do by the end of the chapter. One of the weekly activities, now I'll tell you when it's going to be due, is to take a multiple choice quiz and send me the results when you have a perfect score. Here's additional questions you can use to review for the chapter, which I won't collect. In the handouts subfolder for chapter 6, there's probably links for tax forms, a PowerPoint slideshow. Here are solutions for the questions at the end of chapter 6. Excluding the tax return problems at the end of the chapters, I'm probably going to assign some of them as part of our project. I also have some additional information of current tax rules that may not be in our textbook. You're only responsible for what's in the textbook and not anything after the publishing of that book. But this is just for your information in case you need to know or need to use the current rules. Okay, so that's the handouts folder for chapter 6. If I go up to the previous level, again, you can just see the folder we just came from, this handouts. Let me go into this video folders. The videos are somewhat dated, maybe a year or two old, but I tried to put an update to the videos here as the first link, telling you what in the videos may have changed since it was recorded. Okay, so I put down the video file and hopefully the minute where it appears. So I have to go through these videos every semester. And let's see, let me open up this first video. Well, let's try the second one here, this video part 2 lecture. So if I click on this button, I don't know if you can hear, but through my headphones I can hear myself lecturing over this slideshow. To be able to view the whole thing on one screen, if you scroll down to the lower right hand corner of your screen, you may see this button down next to the countdown numbers. If you click on this button, it'll shrink the whole screen to fit within, or the window to fit within your screen. So you don't have to scroll up or down, left or right to see different parts of the screen. Here's the pause button, and you can grab this handle to move forward or backwards and click play again. Okay. If you hit the escape key, it'll go back to the original size. Let me close this video window. Okay, so that was this link right here. So this first chapter, chapter 6, is quite long, so I have 4 video lectures ranging from maybe about 20 to 30 minutes in length. And then also for each chapter, I record videos for selected problems at the end of the chapter. Okay, so again, let me try one of these here. So you can see this yellow ball as I narrate. Again, I don't think you can hear it, but I hear it through my headphones. I'm talking over this slide. Again, you can pause, you can scroll forward. I actually write on the screen like a chalkboard, so it emphasizes specifically what I'm talking about on every screen. Again, you need to hit the escape key to get back to the regular size, and then you can close the window. So lots of videos for each chapter, so make sure you take a look at them. Students give a lot of positive comments about making the material clear with these videos. So that's in the chapters folder. We already saw the schedule and syllabus. I may require as a weekly assignment some discussions, so not too much stuff is posted in here. Again, the easiest way to get a hold of me to ask questions is by email and not really posting it up here on the discussion board. Here's a link for exams. There's nothing really posted here right now, but eventually all 3 of our exams will be inside of this exam folder. Here's a link back to my personal homepage, and eventually we'll have all of the scores for all the graded assignments in this scores and grades folder. This would be the official place where you have your points recorded. So always double check the posted scores. I try to post up scores usually sometime the day after an assignment is due. We work with a lot of tax forms, so here's a link to another web page with links to IRS tax forms. Let's take a look at this textbook website. This is a complimentary website from our publisher. You know what, I have linked the wrong one here, but eventually it should say 2011, and you'll see a drop-down list of all the different chapters. So items like that I already had linked in my chapter folders, the multiple choice review and PowerPoint are here. Okay, so you may not need to come to this website, but if you need to see a whole listing of all of the chapters, it's listed here. And again, we should be working with the 2011 supplementary website. I need to update this. Okay, so that's a textbook website. And I have some other links here that you probably won't see since I'm the instructor for the course. Okay, so again, this is our Accounting 137 Laulima homepage. My name is Roy, And here's my email address. So give me a message if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you online.